Hello, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and it is week 6 of the Zoella Book Club Challenge. And this week I reviewed Everything by Nicola Yoon. You all voted for me to review this, and I think it was like 67%, so it was quite high, so I had to do it this week. And this book is about an 18-year-old girl called Ruby. She lives in America with her mum, and she has this rare disease which means she is allergic to absolutely everything. Like, the list is never ending. She's so allergic to things that she is housebound, and she hasn't left her house for 15 years. And she has no human interaction whatsoever besides her mum and her nurse Carla. Some new neighbours move in next door, and she meets Ollie. And we later discover that Ollie lives in an abusive household, and it is his father that abuses him and the rest of the family. And after a lot of persuasion, and Ruby and Ollie have been chatting online, so they're kind of friends now, she convinces her nurse Carla to let her meet him. Now this is a massive thing. He has to be decontaminated and checked for his physical health and fitness tests and all these kind of things. But obviously the mum doesn't know, because the mum doesn't want her to be at risk at all. So she convinces the nurse and they meet each other for the first time. And obviously they become really close, and his visits become more frequent, and they do start to fall in love, and it is lovely to read. Her mum does find out eventually and goes absolutely crazy. She can't believe that Ruby would put her life at risk for someone that she barely knows, and it's really hard to read that part of the story, because you kind of understand it from both sides. So Ruby then decides to take matters into her own hands and starts to live her life for herself. But along the way she discovers a life-changing secret, and I mean, it is a massive secret. I don't want to give any clues away, but it was completely unpredictable, and I was like, whoa, yeah, it's a really bad secret. But it's a really touching book, and it was lovely to read. And what I liked about it is it's not just writing. Some of the chapters are really short, and there's lots of drawing and diagrams and little snippets to do with the story, and I love that about it. It really makes the reader feel more involved. I read this book in 2 hours, I think. It was one sitting, and I'm pretty sure it was about 2 hours, because it was that amazing. There has just been a film announced of it. The day I finished it, I logged on and started googling it to find out some things about it, and the film has just been announced with Amanda Stenberg and Nick Robinson. I love Nick Robinson, and he will make the perfect Ollie, so I can't wait for that. But it was a 5 out of 5 from me, as always, and it was just a really good, unpredictable book that was just such an easy read. So now, as always, I'll be reading my 2 favourite quotes from Everything. Now the first quote is on page 99, and this is when she kind of realises that she's falling in love with Ollie. He's infectious, and I'm laughing too, my whole body responding to him. I watch for the dimple that I'm no longer supposed to be paying attention to. I want to put my finger into it and keep him smiling forever. Maybe we can't predict everything, but we can predict some things. For example, I am certainly going to fall in love with Ollie, and it's almost certainly going to be a disaster. I love that quote. I think because she's been so cut off from everything, I just think it's lovely to find that she's finally got happiness. The second quote is on page 130, and this is after their first kiss. I pull away first this time, but only because I need air. If I could, I would kiss him every second of every day for all the days. He leans his forehead against mine. His breath is warm against my nose and cheeks. It's slightly sweet, the kind of sweet that makes you want more. Is it always like that? I ask, breathless. No, he says. It's never like that. I hear the wonder in his voice, and just like that, everything changes. I just love that quote. That is my favourite quote from the book, hands down. So yeah, that is the end of this review. All I've got left is The Sky is Everywhere and Fangirl. So I've got 2 weeks left, so comment below which one you would like me to review next week. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe and leave me comments. I would love to know what you think of my reviews. Thank you. I'll see you again next week. Bye.